Hello children, we have completed our first unit. Today we will move on to the second unit. The name of the unit is Structure of Atom. In this unit you will learn more about electromagnetic radiations and its wave nature and particle nature, and also some more details on Bohr's atomic model and its limitations. In the last part you will learn about some principles. On that basis you will learn to write the electronic configurations of atoms. Firstly, we will have some introduction and then we will move on to the main topics in the lesson. Okay, first is what is wave? My question is what is wave? We know that wave is a disturbance in a medium that carries energy without a net movement of particles. There are mainly two types of waves. One is mechanical wave and the other one is electromagnetic waves. Then what is mechanical wave? A mechanical wave is a wave which need a medium to propagate. Here longitudinal and transverse waves are two types of mechanical waves. The definitions and its properties all you have learned in the lower classes. So we will move on to the next type of wave, that is electromagnetic waves or radiations. In this chapter we are learning more about this wave. What are the properties and all, and its interaction with the microscopic particles are included in this chapter. Next is what are the, we are moving on to, we are studying about some developments that led to the Bohr model of atom. That is some results observed from the studies of interactions of these radiations, that is electromagnetic radiations, with matter have provided some immense informations regarding the structure of atoms and molecules. Niels Bohr utilized those results to improve the model of atom by Rutherford. So we are going to study two developments which played a major role in the formulation of Bohr's model of atom. One is dual character of the electromagnetic radiation, which means that radiation possesses both wave-like and particle-like properties. And the second one is experimental results regarding atomic spectra, which can be explained only by assuming that quantized electronic energy levels in atoms. James Maxwell in 1870 gave the first explanation about the interaction between the charged particles and the electromagnetic field on macroscopic level. He suggested that when electrically charged particles moves under acceleration, alternating electrical and magnetic fields are produced and transmitted. These fields are transmitted in the form of waves called electromagnetic waves or electromagnetic radiations. It was Maxwell again to reveal that light waves are made up of oscillating electric and magnetic character. Although the electromagnetic waves are complex in nature, there are some properties of electromagnetic waves that we are going to study. First property is the oscillating electric and magnetic fields produced by oscillating charged particles are perpendicular to each other and both are perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the wave. In this diagram you can understand. In this diagram given, you can see that the magnetic field is in x-axis. You consider that is in x-axis. You can see that the electric field is on y-axis, which is perpendicular to x-axis. But the propagation of both are in z-axis. As I told you that the propagation of both are perpendicular to electric and magnetic field. Next property is the electromagnetic waves do not require medium. That is, it can also move in vacuum. Different kinds of units are used to represent the electromagnetic radiation. That is the third property. Fourth one is there are many types of electromagnetic radiations which differ from one another in wavelength or frequency. These are the four properties given in the textbook, that is properties of electromagnetic waves. Next is we will study on the units used in representing electromagnetic radiations. First one is frequency. It is represented using mu. It is defined as the number of waves that pass through a given point in 1 second. The SI unit of frequency is hertz or per second. Next one is wavelength. It is defined as the distance between successive crests or troughs of a wave. The SI unit of wave is meter, but we use nanometer as common unit. Next one is wave number. It is defined as the number of wavelength per unit length. Its unit is reciprocal of wavelength unit, that is per meter. Here commonly used unit is per centimeter. As I told you, in vacuum, all types of electromagnetic radiations travels with the same speed. Whatever the wavelength of the radiation or whatever the type of radiations, they travel in the same speed of 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. This speed of 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second is called speed of light and is given by the symbol small letter c. We can relate frequency nu, wavelength lambda and velocity of light, that is speed of light c, using the equation c is equal to nu into lambda. As we have learned, there are many electromagnetic radiations with different frequencies or different wavelength. All these can be shown in the form of a spectrum. That is, the entire distribution of electromagnetic radiations according to frequency or wavelength is known as electromagnetic spectrum. Here you can see the electromagnetic spectrum. Here in this spectrum, as we move on to the right, the wavelength increases. When we explain it in frequency, in the term of frequency, we will say that as we move on to the right, the frequency decreases. The colorful part mentioned here is the radiations which we can see by our naked eyes. That is the only part that we can see with our naked eyes. This is the part of visible radiations. In the visible region, the red color light have more wavelength than violet color radiations. We can also explain this spectrum in the term of energy relating to frequency, which is related to frequency. That one we will learn in the next part of this chapter.